definitely stand by my decision to start drinking.
Yes, yes.
The first thing we say is we start recording. Sure. Sure.
We'll fix it in
This is
post.
that kind of episode.
This
Okay.
is definitely going to be that kind of episode.
So what is the intro for this episode? Okay, I'm gonna wing it. Here we go.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Green Team of the Legendarium. We're a group of Legendarium podcast listeners who come together to talk about books the main pod aren't covering. Well, today, you're going to get a different kind of episode. We're throwing the playbook out the window. Let's put
Breaking
it that
all
way.
the rules today.
Breaking all the rules. I am your host, sort of, Befuddled Panda. And today I have with me Ashawan,
Hello.
The Solution,
Hey everyone.
and Kiptan.
Heyo, everybody.
Anybody else got like brandy, scotch, gin? No.
All
Maybe
out.
we
I
should
could
all
grab
grab
a
some.
cider.
Yeah. For the listeners,
grab
I'm
your
drinking
cider.
a delicious Summersby apple cider.
Ooh.
Made in Canada.
I was just eating some Mike and Ike's before this recording.
The mega
I have-
mix.
I have a Reese Big Cup as well.
Oh my goodness. What is up with all the big things?
Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween.
I would
As
have gotten
adults.
the half-pound variant, but they're hard to find.
You mean like literally a Reese's cup that is half a pound?
Yeah.
No, we have been over this. The ratio is all wrong on those.
No.
It's
No.
gross, but
But
it's
it's
still
How do you,
good.
it's
how
a
do you even
novelty
eat
candy.
that? Like with a
novelty
spoon?
candy.
With a knife.
No, I just.
Great.
Uh,
Healthy and appropriate and
Yeah, like
responsible.
halfway through, like my heart starts speeding up.
When I was like 6, I think I got my first Hershey's Giant Kiss. And I was not
Mm.
super smart back then. But I was very practical, and I think I just gnawed that Hershey's Kiss down over the course of several weeks / months.
I definitely did that with chocolate bunnies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, never again. No.
It was
So what's this
gross.
episode about again?
Oh right. So we had this idea. We were supposed to be recording another episode, but that didn't go well. So instead, we are just going to do random bookish quizzes and judge ourselves based on the results. That's it. We'll judge
I'm
each
into it.
other as well.
Oh,
And
yeah,
our
I
listeners
wanted
can
to
judge
guess.
us.
Yeah, I wanted to guess anything that Kip gets. Before he gets it, I want to guess before he's revealed it. That was my main That's why I wanted to join today.
Oh, okay. So that's the game. The game is which of us knows Kip best.
Kip's
I'm on
the only
board.
one taking the quizzes.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's just the most robotic person in any piece of fiction.
Ouch. Ouch. I'm looking
Yeah.
at the genre, though, and it does say which do you read the most of, sci-fi fantasy, and that's a pretty obvious.
Bender Bending Rodriguez, I think is Kip.
Oh
to
my
a T.
gosh. Okay.
I'm actually the architect from The Matrix.
Yo, The Matrix Reloaded gets a lot of flack, but I loved The Architect as a kid.
Of course you did.
my
Of course
God.
you did.
When everyone else gets like really turned off movies and they just grind to a halt so the movie can spout some philosophy at you. No, that's just always been my thing.
I think the robot here is more Ash than Kip.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think the format of this is I'll just post the link in our chat and we'll each take the quiz. I'll read the question out loud and the options so listeners know what we're doing. Otherwise, it would just be a bunch of silence.
Silence and clicking.
Yeah. And humming.
And-
Sometimes I like to hum the Jeopardy
can edit
theme
that
in my
out.
head. Yeah.
And then we'll do a reveal of our results. So the first one we're doing, it's already in the chat, is thank you BuzzFeed. These 7 questions will determine which literary heroine best matches your personality. So it's a BuzzFeed quiz, and here we go. I don't even know how many questions there are, but we're doing this.
Well, I think it does say 7 in the title that you just read.
Yes.
My God,
Yeah, it
you're
does say
right.
7 questions.
They
so-
usually say how many questions there in BuzzFeed.
Oh my God.
I really like the first question. That's a thinker.
I haven't even had any alcohol, okay? And this is already the state of things.
Oof.
Okay. Which genre do you read most? That's question number 1. The options are romance, sci-fi/fantasy, because they decided to lump it all in one.
Like
Mhm.
they always do, and make it easy for me.
I'm judging this quiz right now. Mystery, poetry, coming of age, and young adult.
I didn't
Which,
know that.
like,
Those last two are so distinctive and shouldn't be separated.
okay.
Also, like, coming of age is its own genre. That's bold.
No, that is.
I
Mm.
wouldn't consider that a genre.
No, I wouldn't either.
And I think it's hilarious that we can, like, there are poetic, mysterious, romantic, sci-fi, fantasy, coming of age, young adult novels out there.
And we find
Yes.
that fits all of them, I guess, is the question.
It's
Yeah.
hard to find it with poetry built in, but not impossible, and I've done it.
Yes. And maybe that could be a topic for a different episode. All right, question number 2. Choose a modern day interpretation of a classic text. Clueless, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies,
I'm sorry,
Easy
there's no
A.
answer after the first one.
10 Things I Hate About You, Pretty Woman, or Cruel Intentions. I know what I want.
I've only seen one of these.
Well,
I
Just
think
pick one.
it's a crime that She's the Man isn't on here.
Sure. Is that
No,
what is it? What
not-
is that a modern day reinterpretation of? Mulan?
no.
Yeah, it's
I don't think so.
one of Shakespeare's 7.
Is
Oh.
it As You Like It?
No, it's Twelfth Night. That's it.
Okay.
12th Night. Okay.
Okay.
Not the other one.
There's even Malvolio in a starring role as a spider.
Oh God.
Okay, question number 3. Pick a line from a book you're. What the heck is this question? What is this
Well,
grammar?
it's not properly formatted.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not good. It's not a
Okay.
good question.
Pick a line from a book you read in AP Lit. Oh man.
See, I'm out. I never took AP Lit. Sorry, guys.
I never took
this.
can't
I
take
never
this
took
BuzzFeed
AP
quiz
Lit, but
anymore.
my school didn't offer it. It was just expected of us.
Oh. Well, pick a line that you've read out of these options, or if you haven't read them, the one you like the most. There.
Yeah.
Okay. Line 1. Last night I dreamt I went to Manderley Bay. That Manderley Bay. I don't know where that came from.
I'm from Manderley Bay. The Haunting of Manderley Bay. You've never read that book?
That is not what the line says.
Isn't it from
Oh,
like
okay.
Rebecca?
Last night I dreamt I went to Manderley again. Line 2. But I don't think us feel old at all. What?
And I'm so happy.
I'm so
Matter of
happy.
fact, I think this is the youngest us ever felt.
You put some extra words in there.
No, she read it correctly.
No,
Just so the
matter-
listeners know, she read it correctly.
Oh, I see. Matter of fact, I think this the youngest us ever felt. Oh my goodness, I don't even know what book this is, but I feel like this must be some sort of like dialect or whatever that term is.
I
or-
hope so. It's
I
probably
hope-
talking about some relationship.
I really hope it's Faulkner.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay, line 3. Well, I must endure the presence of a few caterpillars if I wish to become acquainted with the butterflies. Line 4. Nowadays, people know the price of everything and the value of nothing. I feel like I have read that somewhere. Anyway, line
It's
5.
the color purple.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that is the in
Vernacular.
real life. Yeah, vernacular. That's the word. In what? Line 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, line 5. What are men to rocks and mountains? Line 6. She had waited all her life for something, and it had killed her when it found her. I'm just gonna pick the one I like the most.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh, that last one I want to say is from like Water for Chocolate.
I haven't read that one. All right, pick a celebrity who's known for their period pieces. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Easy choice.
Okay, I
Yeah.
am sorry if I butcher her name. The first one is Gugu Bathra?
Mbathara?
Bathara?
Sounds
I don't
right.
know.
Saoirse Ronan. Reggae
The clear
Jean
best
Page.
answer.
What?
Saoirse Ronan is a clear best answer.
Tobias Menzies, Benedict Cumberbatch, or Keira Knightley? I know who I chose.
Does Pirates of the Caribbean count as a period piece?
It should have. I
Yes,
was looking for
it
Johnny
does.
Depp in the whole.
Nice.
That is
all
Age of
6 of
Sail.
them.
She was
Bring
also
back Pirates.
Anna Karenina.
Yeah,
And-
she,
was.
she's also she has done a lot of period pieces.
She does,
Mhm.
yeah.
But Saoirse Ronan is just excellent.
I do like her, yes. Okay, question, whatever this is. Which classic literary villain gives you the heebie-jeebies? Mrs. Danvers from Rebecca, Professor Moriarty from Sherlock Holmes, Lady Macbeth from Macbeth, the White Witch from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Norman Bates from Psycho, Victor Frankenstein from Frankenstein.
Is
I
Victor
don't-
Frankenstein meant to give you the heebie-jeebies?
I don't think so.
Look,
Or at
it
least-
can be very specific per person, okay?
I guess.
I didn't see Thanos on here, so I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the integrity of the quiz.
Yeah, the
being on
classic
here.
literary villain Thanos.
Yeah.
This is a BuzzFeed quiz after all, so,
hmm
They're held to a high standard most of the time. I don't know how this one snuck through.
Mm. All right, next question. If your life was a novel, oh gosh, I really want to do grammar checks on this. If your life was a novel, choose an adjective to describe your character. Alluring, timid, curious, bold, charming, or headstrong.
They use this test on admissions, and I haven't changed my answer since then, so
Ah.
pick the same one.
Okay.
Uh,
It's very bold of you, Kip, to tell us that.
All right, last question. Finally, choose an estate for your story to take place.
Ooh.
This is a visual part of the quiz, but the descriptions of the pictures are this grand and green estate, this cozy column-adorned chateau, this fountain wonderland, this regal and traditional manor, this historic castle, or this mysterious abode.
All right. So for the listeners, though, I want to give them more of a description about the pictures.
Three of them look like classic English or French manners.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. One of them is basically half of the picture is a lawn. Another one is similar to the White House, where you have a massive waterway right up to it with a fountain. Then we got a moat around a castle, and then we got a bunch of fog around another castle. Just
Which
I
appears
like
to be
this-
in a state of ruin.
Yes, that is not a castle. That is a ruin.
Yeah. And
yeah.
like
It's like where the
castles-
Onceler lives.
Castles are not supposed to be comfy. They're not fun places to live. Like,
No.
who would pick that other than like an edgelord or someone who's very
Well,
flamboyant?
Where your story wants to take place, and
Where my
castles can.
story wants
Yeah,
to
it's where
take
your
place.
story takes place, not where you live.
Oh man. Okay, I guess that makes it more difficult.
Come on, you know you want that mysterious abode.
Sure. Yeah. You know what? I liked The Green Knight.
I haven't seen it. Okay,
You would
I've gotten
not
my.
like it.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Reminds
Okay.
me of the place the necromancer was at in The Hobbit.
Yes.
Oh,
hmm
comfy.
I have gotten my result. Have we all
also-
gotten
I have as
result?
well.
Yes. Now hold on. Before
I'm very
Kip,
pleased with my results.
Before Kip reveals his, I feel like we should guess, but I also don't know very many literary heroines at all.
Same.
So I'm gonna refrain from this portion, and then maybe next time I will.
No,
And-
just
and-
give a guess. Give
Just
a
give a
guess.
guess.
Okay, all I know is the one I got because that's the only one I actually kind of knew. and I
Maybe
can't
there's
just
only one
say-
answer, and it gives us all the same.
That would be a very BuzzFeed quiz result. Yeah. Okay.
It's definitely what's her face from Pride and Prejudice.
I also got what's her face from Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah, see? There you go.
Did you?
I also
did every
got what's
single
her
one
face
of
from
us?
Pride and Prejudice.
We just got trolled by a BuzzFeed quiz, and this is now my favorite quiz ever. Panda, did you get that as well?
I got Elizabeth Bennet from Pride and Prejudice.
Yep.
That is what I got.
Yep. We all got
You-
the same. Okay.
You know what I got?
Huh.
I got Alice from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland.
Did you?
No, you
Yeah.
didn't.
No.
I'm the only non-basic one of us.
All right. I
You're
feel like that's a
lying.
little rude.
No,
This is
here,
a-
I'll take a screenshot of my screen right now.
Okay.
Where's our Mr. Darcy? Come on.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wish I knew.
It's heroine, it's not hero.
No, I meant if
Oh,
if the three
If
of us
we're
are
all
Elizabeth
Elizabeth
Bennet.
Bennet.
This is Mr. Darcy. Okay.
All right, Ash
He's
is
up there.
Alice from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland.
Yeah,
I feel like he
I'm-
won this round.
thank you. I'm
Yeah.
whimsical, inquisitive, and have a thirst for knowledge. Whether it's diving headfirst down the rabbit hole or enjoying a wild tea party, you're always the first to take a bite out of the eat me cookie that we call life.
Is it because you chose Mysterious Abode?
It very well could be. I also chose
No.
Curious.
I chose
did
Curious
I.
and Mysterious Abode and still got Elizabeth Bennet.
Okay, I chose
I
Lady
chose
Macbeth.
Curious.
I chose Norman Bates.
I chose Norman
Me too.
Bates.
Me
Oh,
too. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Lady Macbeth is the clear answer, I think.
Oh, okay. Wow. Well,
Really?
with Elizabeth Bennet, the description is you're bold, steadfast, and you say what's on your mind. However, beneath that quippy exterior is a sensitive, albeit stubborn, young woman who is a lot softer than people realize.
There you go.
Norman
Mhm.
Bates has all that like toxic homoeroticism though, and
I get why that would appeal to you.
I think it gives him the heebie-jeebies.
yeah, heebie-jeebies.
That was the question. It was the
heebie-jeebies is
heebie-jeebies.
a kind of appeal.
It's a
Yeah,
reaction.
that's true.
Sure.
I would love a wife like Lady Macbeth. You know, driving me to murder my liege lord.
Excuse me while I message Lady Ash.
I think she'd be down for it.
Okay. Let's see what's next. Ooh. Okay. Here's a quiz. Tell us your zodiac sign and we'll give you a fantasy book to read.
Okay.
Oh,
I
So-
hate this.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
hate
this
it?
is
Great.
great because
But I'll
I
do
hate
it
it too, but I hate it less because Kip hates it. So this is fun. Can he go first? Can you go first? Do you know your zodiac sign?
Yes,
you
I
know
do.
your
Of
you
course
do,
I know my
okay.
zodiac sign.
Okay.
Okay.
wish I didn't.
Okay, actually, I'm very curious. How prominent is astrology in the gay community?
Oh, don't ask that.
Oh no.
Because I know it's made a big resurgence in like
It is a-
straight dating culture.
It is a strong subsect of the gay community.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
Great. So let's find out what fantasy book BuzzFeed would recommend based on our zodiac. Oh my god. Are
Oh.
you
I got a good suggestion, actually.
Okay, well first, what is your sign? Ash.
Okay. You strike me as someone who's familiar with astrology. So tell
No,
me
no,
what
no, no.
you think I am.
Oh god.
Capricorn.
He is not a Capricorn.
See? You do have strong opinions.
He's not a Capricorn because I'm a Capricorn.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
I
Whatever
don't know.
sign is like the ideological opposite to Capricorn.
Mm.
I'm a
Are you
Virgo.
Oh,
that
God,
was my second.
Virgo or Leo?
There you go. I got the fifth
was-
season by
was-
N.K. Jemisin.
Was almost off my tongue. I got Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Ngan. Or Nyan. Not sure what ethnicity
your
that last
sign?
name is from. Libra.
Oh, then I
Libra.
also got that. Okay.
Are you
Yeah.
also a Libra?
Yes, I am also a Libra. I don't know what any of the Libras or any other zodiac sign what they're supposed to be like about. I don't know. I just know
Okay.
what some of them
Aren't we like an air sign?
Yes,
I
you are
thought-
an air sign.
are we? I thought we
Yeah.
were the scale. We're not the scale.
We are the scales, but they're divided into the elements:
Yes,
earth,
Oh, that's
fire,
cool.
water, air, and
Why didn't they
I'm
tell
an
me
earth
Libra?
sign.
Libra's
I
one of
think
the air
I'm
signs.
also an Earth sign, which was very disappointing to me when I read about that in grade 6. I want to be
Yeah.
like a water sign or a fire
Virgo
sign.
is an earth sign, historically represented by the goddess of wheat and agriculture.
My parents semi-accidentally sent me to a summer camp where one of the courses I was taking was astrology instead of astronomy.
That's so good.
Oh my
that is
gosh.
excellent. That's the best mix up.
Yeah. I was a small child and I was learning how to throw energy balls at thermostats and read tarot and construct a star chart.
That's getting closer. That's
We
closer
had
to what they wanted you to do.
required textbooks to chart out all of the angles of the planets at the time
That's
of
so
birth.
funny. Did it enhance
I-
your reading of Stranger in a Strange Land?
No,
Hmm.
not at all.
Damn.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we had to buy our own tarot card decks and
What?
bring them in and do readings of each other.
Oh.
Wow.
Tarots
Really?
are also making a comeback.
They are.
How
They
much
are
of an
huge
influence
company.
are you on straight dating culture, Kip?
Nothing.
Oh.
I'm not an influencer.
Wouldn't have guessed.
No.
So Libra. Libras are diplomatic, creative, and fair.
And also, we're supposed to take our minds up. We're supposed to take forever to make our minds up. And we're also supposed to have many different faces, one for every person we interact with.
Oh my
Hmm.
gosh.
I definitely it takes me some time to make up my mind. The rest, I'm not sure.
A lot of Zodiac stuff is really just, okay, we're going to assign this specific trait that's in everybody to this group of
And it's
people.
general.
Yep.
And this specific trait that is in everybody to this other group of people.
Mhm. Okay,
See
but-
also Myers-Briggs.
Oh,
Nah,
yes.
Except for the EI axis, but yes.
Virgos are discerning, analytic, and meticulous.
I am definitely all of those things.
Yeah. I can't help but pick up certain horoscope stuff. Just through osmosis.
The
What's your
sea
next quiz
goat.
for us, Panda?
Sorry. Before we get there, Capricorn. The sea goat is steadfast, wise, and goal-oriented. I am goal-oriented. I
You
don't know
are.
about steadfast.
I think you're very wise.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I am older than you.
Who's
So,
going to like
that's
deny
true.
that they have elements of goal orientation in their personality?
Okay, I found what I
No,
think
some
is a
people
good
are
one.
very. No, I'm just going with the flow. They're
I'm
not
very
as structured.
process oriented.
Yeah, and their goal is to go with the flow. Like
Well,
Yeah, that is a goal of their life. That's true. I think
it is to
I'm with him
avoid
on this one.
stress. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I found what is your reading personality quiz. And I
Okay.
think that's a home run right there.
That may be interesting. Okay.
So the book that I was recommended from the quiz that we took a while ago now, Circe.
Oh,
Okay.
Good
Haven't
book.
read it.
I liked it.
Apparently, I am aesthetic driven and romantic according to this quiz
Hmm.
because I'm a Libra.
Oh. Okay. Well, if we're reading the descriptions, if the world ever ends, it will definitely be a resourceful, organized Virgo who saves it. I am your messiah.
Oh
And
dear.
From now on, I think you guys should treat me as such.
Oh dear. Okay. Nope. Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Oh, did we mention that this episode is not very structured? Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
I pity
Did
the
you-
editor.
That I think that's me.
That probably is.
Did you post the link to the quiz?
In chat, yes.
Okay. All right, here we go. So this quiz is from bookbrowse.com. Book lovers, what's your reading personality? Question 1. You've got an hour to spend in the bookstore/library. Where do you start? An hour in the bookstore. Chat with the bookstore staff to find out what they recommend. Bounce around from section to section, browsing whatever looks good. Or check out my favorite authors to see if there's anything new.
I think none of us will pick that option.
Yeah. I want the fantasy section.
What do you
and that's
mean?
where I'm going to stay.
That's exactly what I do.
Really?
Yep.
I know if any of my favorite authors have released anything before I go to the bookstore usually.
Yeah.
Same.
But I need to see if the bookstore has it.
Ah, that's fair.
I mean, that's true. I mean, that's why you're at the bookstore. But
Yeah. But that's exactly what
Oh.
I do every time. I go like in a row down the line from one author to the next, searching out and seeing what they got. It's the first
I
thing I
browse
do.
section by section. I take forever.
It used to be first I would go to Maura Pierce,
Yeah?
but I don't go to her first anymore when I visit the bookstore.
Yeah.
Though I did that once even when I had all of her books and I got a signed copy. So hey,
it's a good steal.
yeah.
Question 2. What do you look for when choosing a book? Something a bit different / unusual, a book by one of my favorite authors, the next book on my to-read list, or I usually choose books that have been recommended to me by friends.
All the above.
Yeah.
Can't choose that.
Okay.
If
Then
I'm buying a
definitely-
book, it's going to be a favorite author.
No, I feel like it's always on the to read list. Like everybody has, I call it the mountain that everybody has to
Yeah.
on the 2BR
Mhm.
pile.
Yeah, but
But
that
I
comes from
also
my
have-
library.
Yeah, exactly. But I also always have like 5 to 10 books that are on my up next list. And those are the ones that I'm actually going to read. And I never have more than 10 or else I'd knock something else off the list. And that's my to read list.
I feel like the to read list is kind of dodging the question because it says, what do you look for when choosing a book? Like, obviously, you've already chosen the book if it's on your to read list.
It's showing preparation. Not everyone prepares, Ash.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
definitely don't. Oh man, this is difficult actually.
There is actually an option on here that does not sorry. There is a missing option from this list that would be
Thinks
more
I'm about to
appropriate to me.
podcast on.
That I think that falls under the next book on my to read list.
Mm.
No, by mood. I
Ah,
choose
That's
by
what
mood.
the
That's unusual
Something-
/ interesting. Yeah.
exactly.
Okay, all right, I'll choose that.
That's a mood reading choice.
All right, next question. Question 3. You're in your local bookstore and you see that an author reading is scheduled for the following day. What do you do? Put it on my calendar. I love to go to these things even if I'm not familiar with the author. It looks interesting, but the chances are I just won't have time to go. Check to see if it's one of my favorite authors. If so, I'll definitely try to go. Otherwise, probably not. Or if I happen to be passing at that time, I'll probably drop in to see what's going on.
If you're not one of my favorite authors, I don't have time for you.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, they could make that and become my favorite author if their book is really good. But I'm not gonna go and like do that.
Yeah,
no.
I would
Book
definitely
first.
look at the book and be like, oh, that book sort of looks interesting, and then I would go, but otherwise not.
See, if like the key here is it's scheduled for the following day. Like if it were right then, when I'm there, then I will probably just like drop in. But if I have to come back,
Yeah, see, coming
That's
back to the
true.
bookstore 2 days in a row, that's not something I do.
That's
My
a chore.
visits are like months apart.
It's not a sustainable economic practice. I think it
and that's what we
was
look for in
Keynes
bookstores,
that
right?
said that.
All right, next question. Question 4. Which of these quotes appeals to you most? Quote 1. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Aristotle. Quote 2. Choose an author as you would a friend. Wentworth Dillon. Quote 3. Read the best books first, or you may not have a chance to read them at all. Henry David Thoreau. Quote 4. When I get a little money, I buy books, and if any is left, I buy food and clothes. Erasmus. Is that how you say that?
Erasmus. I think.
Erasmus?
Yeah.
Erasmus.
Erasmus.
Yeah.
Reading the best books first is definitely why I don't read fan fiction.
Hey,
Yeah, but he has a point. A lot of people feel that
I don't
way.
count those as books.
It's just like reading in general for me.
Okay, next question. Question 5. You've heard about a book that looks like it may be good. What do you do? I'll probably spend some time asking friends, visiting websites to find out what others think of it, because half the fun of reading a good book is finding it in the first place. Aww. I don't have a lot of spare time, so most of my information comes from a handful of reliable sources. If one of them says it's good and it looks interesting, I'll probably buy or borrow it based on their advice. If it's an author I've enjoyed in the past, I'll probably just buy or borrow it without any more research as I know I like the author. Or I'll check it out online and try to read an excerpt and some more reviews, as often books don't live up to the hype.
That third one is like tangential to the other three.
Yeah.
It's like a special case.
Yeah.
It's true.
Whereas the
gonna
other
go
three
with my
describe
gut.
normal processes. Ugh.
Finding a good book, that's part of the fun of reading.
Finding a good book is like finding a good lover.
Impossible to do through a friend.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Spoken like a man who knows.
I have no comment. Next question. Yes? Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Question 6. You finish your last book. What do you do? Reread my favorites until I find a new book to enjoy. Look up the list of books that I've been wanting to read and order one. Ha! Like I don't own it already.
Yeah. See. This presupposes that we don't already have books.
Yeah.
Yes. Check around the house. There's sure to be something interesting that I haven't read yet. Okay. Call up a friend and see if they've got any books they can recommend or can lend me.
I would like to reread my favorites if I ever finished my list.
again, I read based on my mood. If I want to reread something, I'm just gonna reread something.
I'm going to say that checking around the house includes checking my Kindle.
Yes,
Yeah, it definitely
I
does.
say that counts. Yeah, yeah. Check around the house is probably the closest for me. All right, question 7. Your friend's having a birthday party, and you've decided to give them a book. What do you get? A book by a new author I've just discovered, and maybe I can borrow it later. A current.
Yeah, to a real friend. Okay.
A current bestseller that I think will suit them, a book that's part of a series that I enjoy,
Ooh.
or a book that's a bit out of the ordinary, but I think they'll enjoy it.
This is a great question for me because I have a tradition with my brother-in-law where we buy each other a book every year for our birthday. Unfortunately, he reads French books, so getting translation is awful. It's so hard sometimes, and often, like there just won't be books that are translated.
Oh.
I
So
guess,
what
I
you
guess,
need to do is you need to make friends with people who go to France quite often, and then they
Okay.
can just buy a bunch of books, and then bring it back to you.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you only
not
need to
that's
do
not the
one.
issue really, because there's a website from Quebec that I use.
Oh.
It's just translations aren't very common.
Well, what about just like pure French books?
Oh well, I can't read those and verify them first.
I feel like
I should read
that's the only
French, but-
solution. You should be learning French so that you can get these recommendations.
Oh,
a
okay,
better
how
shot.
about this? I become a French translator for books and just kind of like crank one of those out a year and then hand it to him on his birthday.
You would
You
definitely
can-
be helping people
Sounds
out
like a
too.
plan.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like this.
Do it.
Solid plan.
Oh,
I definitely like vary between all 4 of these options depending on who I'm shopping for.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I want to say this. Please, nobody buy anybody a gift just because you think you may be able to grab it from them later. Please.
But that's the best kind of gift to give your significant other.
All right, this is a friend's birthday party. Like, don't give them a book that you want on your list that you want to read just because you're like, I think they probably won't like it, and then I'll get to read it. Because that's what it feels like.
yeah, that's
Yeah. For a friend's birthday party, I would say I'm definitely most likely to give them something that's like odd,
Yeah.
but probably enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
I
choosing
did
too.
But yeah,
Like-
you don't want to give them a book that they would just get themselves.
True.
Like the number of people that I've given Lord of Light or the Player of Games to.
I actually got the Player of Games for my brother-in-law.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait, in French? Oh, no, wait,
in
this is a different
English.
brother.
Ooh,
Okay.
I got
No,
my
no, it's-
results.
He got it for me. Like he's
Oh.
aware that
Oh.
English language books exist and that I read them.
Are you sure he's not translating into English?
Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe it's a translation of Player of Games, French translation
version.
back into English. Yeah,
From your
I would read
brother-in-law,
that.
because he put the effort in.
I would read that. Yeah,
I would read that.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Revenge of the Sith
Yes.
Edit.
Backstroke of the West.
Backstroke of the West. Yeah.
What?
Here,
Is
I'm
this a
gonna
real
look it
thing?
up. Yeah, no,
Yeah. It was an illegal pirated copy of Revenge of the Sith that was made for Chinese market, and they basically Google translated everything
Yep.
from
Oh.
into Chinese and then back into English.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good. And people voice acted it.
I mean, it's an amazing name, isn't it? Backstroke of the West.
Oh, I would watch a movie called Backstroke of the West. Absolutely.
Wait, so they also made an audiobook reading the
No,
translated
Like,
version?
there were people dubbing the Backstroke of the West, which is technically a fan edit.
Ah.
Star
Yeah.
Wars The Third gathers the Backstroke of the West.
I
Wow.
highly recommend it to everybody.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go look that up later.
Yeah, it contains English subtitles that were translated poorly from Chinese.
Oh, so the movie, not like the book, the
Right, the movie.
novelization.
And they're
Have the
dubbing it,
protocol
yeah.
droid's mind wiped becomes the protocol droid is my wife.
No, yeah, it was just machine translated from Chinese.
I see. I see. Okay, this makes more sense.
Amongst the most quoted lines is "Do not want." The translation of Darth Vader's already widely parodied "No" at the end of the film.
Yeah, that's where "do not want"
Oh.
came from.
I get it because when you translate "no" to Mandarin, it's 不要, which translates into "do not want."
That's hilarious.
I get it. Okay. Anyway, ready for our results?
Oh, yeah, I got mine already.
It is.
Yep.
Who wants
Yep.
to go first?
I have the most boring possible results.
Oh, okay.
The all-rounder. Your responses show you fitting equally to all 4 reading personalities.
Okay.
Oh, there's only
Wait,
4
what
personalities?
are
Okay.
what are the 4 options?
Involved reader, exacting reader, serial reader, and eclectic reader.
I think Kip is exacting.
No.
No.
Serial reader.
Solution, you want to guess?
You're eclectic.
I am the serial eclectic reader.
Ah.
Okay.
Everyone but Panda was right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Fine.
Yep.
I think Panda's eclectic reader.
I read
I
both
think so,
widely
too.
and frequently. As a serial reader, you're loyal to your favorite authors, but as an eclectic reader, you're also open to new ideas and new writers. You're not wedded to a particular genre. Well, that's a lie. Actually, no, I've been adding more romance recently, so okay.
All right.
I am an eclectic reader. Yes.
A
You read for entertainment, but also to expand your mind. You're open to new ideas and new writers, and are not wedded to a particular genre or limited range of authors. That is my normal reading.
yeah.
Yeah, and then it says that you managed to both keep up with your favorite authors and explore new writers, indicates that you are likely to be what research companies like to term a heavy reader.
That's what all of us are here.
We
Yeah.
are. Yeah. Every single one of us.
Yeah, well, we're outside the mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I like
given that
skewing
the
the
mean is
average.
6 per year.
Oh dear.
Oh wow.
I'm
that was
surprised
what
that
I
that's
did.
high.
It's that high because of us.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a good point. Yeah.
Okay, solution. I think you're a serial reader.
I am. I'm an exacting serial reader. Did anybody else get exacting? Or is it just
No.
Technically, I also got exacting.
Okay.
Oh.
I would have expected it of Ash.
Well, I got everything, right? So
That's true.
Eh,
That was like the quiz was like, you're within the range. We're just gonna give you the all rounder.
what
No.
makes a man turn neutral?
I'm not
Mhm.
exacting. I am too quirky, apparently.
Mm.
Quirky and definitely not like the other girls.
Yeah, I get my manic pixie hair dye next week.
Oh my gosh. Pictures, please.
Yes. If not,
Mhm.
I'll edit them in.
Oh, you
We'll
want
do that
pictures
later.
of me with my old pink mohawk? Yeah, no, sorry.
Oh yes.
I think those
Ooh.
need to go in the show notes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
If you don't, all right, here. If you don't give it to us, I'm just gonna put one on you, and I'll give it to Panda, and Panda will put it in the show.
He does have
I-
really good Photoshop
I
skills.
approve of that. Yeah.
Hold on, just a second, because I'm waiting for Kip to smile a little bit. And
smile.
Snipped. Got it. All right, we'll put that in later.
Yes.
We'll put that in later.
Great.
All right. So, what is an exacting serial reader?
Okay, so the expression "so many books, so little time" sums up your life. You love books, but you rarely have as much time to read as you'd like, so you're very particular about the books you choose. You're also a publisher's dream because once you discover a favorite writer, you tend to stick with them through thick and thin.
Hey, Will White is.
Yeah, well, Will White definitely thanks me. I know so because he has said so because he interacts with his readers. No, he's a nice guy.
Must be nice.
I do like a lot of authors. Once I find the formula that they use, usually
Uh-huh.
that's what I stick with. If they vary, it's not that I won't like a certain author. I just may not pick up all their books. If I find that they change their formula a lot, I'll still read a lot of them. I just might not buy everything if I'm not in love with their formula.
Yeah, I'm very sad that I won't auto buy L.E. Modesty books anymore. I
Hmm.
used to buy every
Aw.
Recluse book and no longer.
I am fickle. I will drop a writer with no qualms.
It's so hard. It's so hard for me to do.
Yeah. I bet it like you're really considering picking up another one of Brent Weeks' books.
You know, some people make it easier, and I appreciate them for that.
Burn. Well, ready to call it for this episode? Whatever this is.
I think so. I have
Sure.
some photoshopping to do.
We did
unless Kip
3
provides
quizzes,
a
I
picture.
think. Yeah.
I gotta edit this episode at some point.
I would
Yeah.
like to leave listeners with a question.
Okay.
What if sex slaves were secretly into it the entire time?
What?
Lightbringer.
Let's go with a
I hate
different
you.
question.
I hate you. I
Let's
hate
go with a
you.
different question. Any question, Kip? Can you Panda any question?
The other
You got to
question.
give us something other than that.
Let us
Okay.
know if you enjoyed this episode or if we should never ever do this again.
Oh, we can put
We
a
should
survey.
make a quiz about like, do you think this scene is gay or not in a book?
Gay or not. Or you could like have a sliding scale of homoeroticism.
It can just be Orson Scott Card scenes.
I had to be naked to do this wrestling. It's the only way.
Kip, you have the power to do so, to make such a quiz, and I will leave it in your capable hands. With that, yes, Spotify has this new feature called polls where we can add a poll to an episode, but currently it's only available on the mobile version of Spotify. So you happen to be one of those listeners, you can vote whether or not we should do another one of these episodes again. This concludes our episode of whatever this was. It was fun
3
for
quizzes online.
This 3 quizzes and lots of tangents. Let us know what results you got if you decided to take these quizzes. We'll put links in the show notes. And find us on Discord. Join the Legendarium's Discord. You can find the link on thelegendarium.com. Thank you to our lovely, lovely participants here today. Ashamon, Solution, Kiptan, Unbefuddled Panda. Until next time.
You're
Goodbye.
welcome.
Bye.
Yeah, definitely you're welcome.
You're welcome. Well, that was an episode.
That was
That-
definitely
that
an episode.
Was an episode.
I like it.
I had a fun time.
That was
It was
I
fun.
definitely did enjoy it.
Yes.
Like, if it appeals to anyone depends purely upon whether or not they like us. You know?
Yeah,
That is true.
I think there might be some severe cuts needed to that episode.
I disagree. We should leave it all in.
I think I'm with Ash. Leave it all in. This is what the people want.
Yeah.
And
As we've
we don't do
established,
it all the
I
time.
know what the people want.
Yes, he
They-
does.
They have to join Discord to get the unedited version. There.